The search of the three missing Montgomery College students continues in Frederick County.
And I got to play with your wand. It was great.
Definitely fun.
Keep going. And Nikki just rolled with it. I was like, should I call this out?
I'm not listening to that episode. But anyways, welcome, Tom.
Hey, thank you so
you know
much
all of
for having me.
us, but you haven't met my new friend Bush. Say hi to her.
That's not her
hello,
name.
Bush.
Yeah.
That's not. Nuh-uh.
Yes, it is Bush. What
Nope.
is it?
Uh-oh. Evan, do you remember?
I mean, I thought
It was Bush.
It was Poon because
It was
Coon
Poon.
named her, right?
No, you
It
ain't
was-
naming
it was
shit.
Bush, but
it was
Coon renamed
Bush.
her
You
to
didn't
Poon,
rename
so-
shit. First of all, we're
I thought it
moving
was
on.
Coon and Poon.
Wait,
No,
bring
it
it closer
wasn't.
to the camera. I couldn't see it. Was it a squirrel?
Yes.
Squirrel
Oh,
and
nice.
a raccoon.
Ain't she cute?
She's adorable.
Yep, she is. That's my girl. Anyway, so I was talking about your background back there. I just love it. What is all the movies back there? Let's get some. I'm a physical media guy. You know that. Look
Yeah,
at you.
yeah.
That looks so good. You got
At the-
dolls up there too?
At the
Okay.
top I have Blu-rays and steelbooks, and then
Mm-hmm.
at the bottom is DVDs, and then if I scoot out of the way, you can see maybe another shelf right here. That's like box sets.
Nice. I like how you have it all organized.
Yeah,
Welcome,
I actually
Thomas.
just moved. I just moved here.
Oh
so
yeah,
I
to
set this up
LA.
Mm-hmm.
Holy
How was that
shit.
room? How long did it take you to set that all up?
Probably like a week.
Yeah, because that's a lot. I feel you. Because when I moved into this apartment, I still got movies I still ain't put out. So I get you. I have a lot. How many
Yeah,
movies you
and then I
got?
do like the action figures on the walls too.
Me too. I got that too. I have a lot of action. What figures you got back there? Let me see. Okay.
Army of Darkness, They Live, Taxi Driver, The Crow, Alfred
Taxi
Hitchcock.
Driver. You got Robert De Niro on that wall?
Yeah, Twilight Zone, Iron Giant, and then all the classic horror monsters like Frankenstein and Nosferatu, Invisible Man.
Well, who's your favorite out of those?
Out of the classic monsters, Nosferatu.
Oh, really? Okay. Did
yeah.
you like the new
Liar.
movie?
I did. I loved it.
It was good, right? With the little mustache and the vampire penis. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Did y'all see the Did y'all see the extended cut? I haven't yet, but I saw
Of
that
what?
there was.
The movie?
Of his dick?
Well, no, Nosferatu has like an extended cut on Peacock, and I looked at the runtime. It's only like 4 minutes longer than the original.
Well, I wonder what they added differently.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that. No, that's cool. But yeah, you know Evan and Russ, they here. But today's about you. So how have you been besides moving? What else is new with you? Tell us
Well, I
about you.
just came back from the fest with you guys. That was such a fun weekend. So
Mhm.
yeah, we all saw each other recently. That was a really good time. And yeah, just settling into Los Angeles, editing a couple movies, and working on a couple new things.
You're always working. Like you're always busy. You're always. Do you still got like 3 TVs matched up? What did Russell say you used to do? You used to watch one, edit one, have one in the
Yeah.
background just on mute. What, didn't you still do that? Do you do that?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I've cooled my jets a little bit, and I have like a different computer set up over here now, where I have like one computer devoted towards like watching movies or finding like found footage films, or and then another one that's like I only edit on.
Got you. So what got you into found footage? Because you're like the connoisseur. For all y'all listeners that weren't at the fest, this is Thomas Burke. He put together our Power Hour this year, and it was amazing. You had all these movies on here that I wanted to see, things I ain't never seen, all these Indian hoodoo people on there. And I was like, what are all these movies? Because I want to watch them. So you be finding things that nobody be knowing about. So how'd you get into this? So how do you find this crazy shit?
Yeah, well, I mean, first what got me into making found footage was, I gotta say, just seeing the movie As Above, So Below. That's like one of my favorites. I thought it was so well executed, directed by John Eric Dowdle, if I'm not mistaken, and
Yep.
the fact that they were like the first production to ever actually film in the catacombs, because it's so hard to shoot there. I kind of just watched that movie and was like obsessed with how they did it. So I saw it around like 2014, and then I made my very first found footage movie called Camping Fun. And then from there, I just started like watching a ton of them. I've seen about 4,000 found footage movies, but
Wow.
Yeah, and I mean that's like a combination of shorts and features. So I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
yeah, I can't like take that full credit of spending 10,000 hours on watching these types of movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like started watching so many of them, and then I reached out to Found Footage Critic and said, "Hey, I noticed that there's a lot of movies in your database that haven't been added. I would love to send some recommendations." I was also trying to see if I could get my film on there. And next thing I
Hmm.
know, I'm helping manage the website, and that really helped me go into like a total rabbit hole of finding found footage movies specifically in like other countries, so that way I could help maybe spread the love to like Western audiences about movies they may have never otherwise heard about.
Yeah.
Like the one thing that I thought was so interesting was like when I started doing all this research, I just went under the assumption that the United States has like probably the most found footage movies ever produced. But after I've done a bunch of research, I'm like, damn, you know what? Like Japan is probably outputting like double the amount of found footage movies that the United States is.
Yeah. Yeah, they fucking dude. There's so many, and the crazy thing is most of those don't ever make it over here. Like Jason Village is a perfect example of something that I looked for subtitles for forever, and like it took years to finally like figure out a way to find somebody to. Obviously we had them done for the fest, but it's crazy
Yeah,
that so many of those movies just don't even make it here. Not only do we not hear about them, let alone like get a version we can watch.
oh, you're so right. I actually keep a list of found footage movies that I can't find. I call it unfounded found footage.
Hell
And
yeah.
and I probably have a list of maybe like 300 movies that I'm actively searching for. So every couple of months I will like retype things into the internet to see if there's any updates or releases, things like that. But yeah, there's a whole treasure trove of found footage movies out there that, are so hard to find.
Yeah, for sure. I was really stoked that we finally got some subs for Jason Village, and then when we watched the movie, I was kind of like, "Wow, this is insane that I built this up in my head to be this, and it's not at all what it was."
Yeah, the found footage community is so awesome in the sense that like a lot of people on Discord, like meet up and are like, "Hey, how can we get these subtitles or how can we translate this into subtitles?" Cuz when you are lucky and able to maybe find one of these like foreign films, a lot of times they don't have subtitles, so it's like impossible to know what's going on.
Yep. I got a list like your unfounded one that's just called "Find Subtitles" for these because I have like MP4s of them, but I just don't know what they're saying, and there's
Yeah.
no US subs for them. So
Do you watch them
Nice.
still without the subtitles and just make up what you think is happening in your mind? Because I've done that not once, but twice with the movie. And I
okay,
was kind of close with one of them. Remember, Russ? I was close.
Yeah.
Yep. But have you ever done that, Thomas?
Yeah, absolutely. There's probably at least 1,000 or two that
A thousand you've done
I've
that?
seen but haven't actually like read the English subtitles for.
yeah, this
Oh
Thomas
my
is bread and
lord.
butter. Because I've hit him up before and been like, "Hey, dude, how'd you watch this movie?" And he's like, "Oh, well, actually, I don't have subs for it." I'm like, what the fuck, dude? So you didn't watch it? What do you mean?
Yeah, it's not going to stop me from watching a found footage movie, especially when, let's say you're talking about a Japanese mockumentary film. A lot of the
Right.
formats are set up the same way. So you watch one with subtitles and you kind of get the gist of what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, you at least get the structure of the show. You may not get like character details, but you get the general gist of what's happening. So you're right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you
So,
watch
yeah,
those also at 1.5 speed with no subs or?
Yeah, if there's no subs, I might sometimes boost it up to 1.5 speed. Who knows?
Okay. 'Cause I know you're a fast watcher. That's something Russell's brought up in the past.
Yeah, he has.
Wow, you bring it up and then you out me. I'm
Hey,
sorry,
dude, it's
Tom.
like a water bottle, dude. That's
I did
my
let that
revenge.
slip. And just so Misery can have some company, Nick Toddy of the It Doesn't Get Any Better Than This fame also watches everything at 1.5 speed.
He does.
Why?
Because there isn't enough time in the day. I'm just going to go ahead and be on the record as saying you didn't watch those movies then.
Okay.
Like, I'm
Yeah,
with you,
because
Russ.
that is not tasteful. I mean, y'all make movies. Would you want people to watch I don't know, one of your films in 1.5? Like
Yeah, but what if the movie was in Arabic?
okay, fair. Yeah, if you're not going to retain anything, like, yeah, you're not really going to mess up any emotional arcs.
See, that's the only time I watch things in fast speed is if there's just no subtitles available.
Well, how the fuck are you finding an Arabic found footage movie anyway?
Um, Well, there's a lot of platforms out there that are like YouTube in other countries, right? So in
Billy
Japan, you
Billy.
have Billy, exactly. In Russia, it's VK, if I'm not mistaken.
They have that other one,
Um,
OKRU, too. That's like kind of like a social media site, but they have a lot of like movies on there too.
Well,
yeah,
don't they
I've heard
just
of
have
that one.
YouTube in every country? Isn't that like a thing?
Most of them, I think, have YouTube. Yeah, I think some of them due to laws might not, but uh, most of them
Well,
do. Yeah.
I remember Mr. Beast talking about making a company where they basically will just hire a translator for your video. And because he was talking about marketing and how you're limited to like the country you're born in, but like your reach can go further. And, you know, a lot of places don't speak English. And also, didn't Adobe Premiere just add a subtitle translator now, too? So, like, I feel like YouTube, it would be weird for them not to just have the reach everywhere because then you could just push content wherever you want. YouTube's blocked in China, Iran, North Korea, Turkmenistan,
Yeah, Turkmenistan and
Turkmenistan,
and
yeah.
Eritrea.
dude, they probably got good found footage over there.
Apparently,
Well,
Afghanistan, Armenia, and Bangladesh also at one point didn't have it, but they have since lifted those restrictions and they now have it.
I wonder what changed.
yeah, Turkmenistan is actually a
I
lot
don't know.
like North Korea. If you've ever heard of that country before, they're like totally closed off from society. Their leader has a book that's basically their Bible, and kind of talking about how he's like, God and runs the show there.
Tight.
Damn, dude.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
I
where
mean,
Borat's from?
oh no, he's from
Kazakhstan. Come on.
Kazakhstan. Yeah, there you go.
Thanks for that. Thanks for the assist there, Evan. Hold on. Before you take in that weird direction, I just had a found footage critic up, and I can't help but first, when me and Tom, when we first started talking, we had a commonality between I also tried to write for found footage critic, and fucking Steinberg, looking at you, rejected me. I was not good
Damn.
enough to write for foundfootagecritic.com. So I'm wondering, is it just you over there, or are there other people writing? Do you talk to anybody? Like what?
Yeah, good question. It is mostly just me. I've been writing reviews on the site for the last 2 years, and we do have some team members behind the scenes that are a little less active, but like we have like a little Google Sheets database where we will actually like fill in criteria for found footage movies that aren't in our found footage critic database first, and then kind of translate it over. So like some of our other team members will go on this Sheets page and put a listing there to like review first, or to like check it out to make sure it's found footage, and then I'll go from there and add them to the website if they are found footage.
Weird. It feels like a missed opportunity. I would really like to see more articles, because even when I just pulled it up while you were talking, there's somebody wrote 5 horror characters that should have sustained a found footage spinoff. Here, let me share it again. And I think one of those movies is one that you had assigned me for a TBR port way back in the day.
Yeah.
Right? What's that movie called? It's got an impossible title to search. This one.
What is that?
I guess I'll find. Oh no, that's Otis, Portrait of a Serial Killer. I was thinking of that Mannequin movie you sent me.
Yeah.
And I think the title might be like Found Footage or something.
I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah,
Huh.
I'll look it up. But look at these. I was like, this does not feel like a Thomas top 5.
Oh, I didn't write that article.
Who did? That's what I was looking for
Oh,
before.
look at you. You're trying to figure out.
Well, I'm trying to figure out if somebody's writing articles about found footage. Nat Bremer?
King
you know
Cole?
him?
Oh no,
No.
Oh, worth it, dude.
totally.
Thomas, when do you sleep? Because you edit, you direct, you acting, you doing all this stuff. You don't. When do you sleep?
Well, I am
You a
pretty much
vampire? You Nosferatu?
Yeah, right. I have a pretty normal sleep schedule now. I'll be honest with you. I do the normal wake up early in the morning, exercise, edit, go to sleep, do it again.
Oh, you exercise? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that language, but that's nice. I need to. But let's see. So Thomas Burke, you be doing everything. You be acting too. So Bush had a question. She wants to know, What is this movie Alone in the After that you did with Scott Sloan? What is that? Comes out April 25th. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so Scott Sloan directed Malibu Horror Story. For those who don't know,
Mm-hmm.
it's a Versus Motion Pictures production. We filmed Alone in the After about 2 years ago.
Hold on, I got to cut you off there. Ever since we showed it at UF, people have been asking when the fuck is Malibu Horror Story coming out. And now that we have you here,
No,
because
I mean, this is a
is
good
still
question.
going on.
Oops,
Yeah.
my camera fell. Hold on.
Oh yeah, convenient time. You're like, oh, I'm cutting out.
Oops. Yeah. No, but soon. I mean, I don't have the liberty to disclose like some details, but I can tell you that there's going to be waves coming soon about it. But yeah, we filmed. I actually helped edit the trailer for Malibu Horror Story and became friends with the director, and we met in person at the Unnamed Footage Festival a couple years ago when we did show Malibu Horror Story, and from there we kind of just collaborated on this feature called Alone in the After. It takes place in a remote woods area about a family who's completely secluded from the rest of society, and there's kind of like an incident that occurs that requires some figuring out what's the truth really going on with this secluded family, and it becomes kind of like a survival horror drama, if you will. And yeah, we finished filming it about, like I said, 2 years ago, and we actually just finished another picture together, excuse me, with a similar title. It's called I Think I'm Alone Now. Scott Sloan also directed that movie, and we're currently in production with that right now. We're almost done with it, actually.
Oh, you played Sam in that one, and it looked like you a daddy in the other one. So you Mr. Matthew Young, and so how was you turned into an actor now? You got this woman. Does she play your wife, Miss Eden Young, Valentina de Argena? I can't say.
She plays my sister in the movie.
Your sister. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so it's a big like family piece, and yeah, I don't want to give away too much, but
Is it in-world camera?
yeah, good question. So it is. It's like a hybrid. So I would say maybe 25% of it's in world, and then the rest of it is shot traditionally.
Okay, cool. I'm excited. So it does say it comes out April 25th. I'm assuming that's like on what, Amazon Prime and all that good stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, it might get pushed back a little bit as we're trying to figure out some last minute details, but it should be hopefully coming out this year, as well as the other picture as well. I think I'm alone now.
Okay, cool.
And
Exciting.
that one's a hybrid too. So that one deals with a lot of like surveillance style footage and is also kind of like a survival horror, psychological drama. Even though they're two similar titles, they're actually like two completely different movies.
So is UF gonna get some sort of like thank you credit or something? Because if this fucking bromance happened in our theater,
Yeah,
we deserve something like, I don't know, royalties. Like, how does this work?
yeah, no, that's a good question. Let's yeah, we'll put a pin in that. We'll figure we'll figure it out.
Also, Scott, you know, we did a ghost hunt with him when he was out here, and I just remembered about that
find
footage.
anything?
I should try and
What was the ghost sign? Is that the one when they gave me the little thing and I went around?
yeah,
with it? Oh, I had fun with that.
I know,
I was
and
looking for ghosts in that haunted ass place.
and we have video of it, but I don't know where it is, so I gotta dig that up.
You have
But
video? I guess I have
Yeah.
pictures.
No,
I took
Jasadi,
pictures.
he filmed the whole thing. He
Oh,
brought his camera
okay.
around, yeah. And then, yeah, it was Valentina, Scott. Were you there, Tom? I don't know
Yeah.
if you did it with us.
I wasn't there. I think I flew back home that day. But you're talking about the EVP Spirit Box, right?
Yeah, it was great.
You and your damn. Why don't. Okay, look, Thomas. I call you the goddamn found footage adventurer. You have your whole IMDb. You have 18 fucking lists dedicated to it. You're the only writer on Found Footage Critic. You edit found footage movies for a ton of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yet
Now
the
you
one
acting.
and the one fucking film fest that does this, where all we do is dedicate the whole lineup to in-world camera shit, and you never stay the whole goddamn time. What is that?
He leaves. He get the fuck up out of there, Grace. He pop in, pop out, girl.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, with all due respect, I had seen all of the movies that year before
Okay.
even coming out to the
shame.
fest.
Okay. No.
Oh, you making Bush mad. Oh, my
This is the problem. Here, this is the
I was-
problem.
Russell's
I
out
was-
there
Take you-
undoing film freeway access right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
On Malibu Horror Story, I'm credited as I believe the third assistant editor. So I worked a little bit behind the scenes on that one and had a chance to see it. And yeah, I think Alien Report I missed the theatrical screening of, but
Oh, you fucked
You
up.
don't miss
Then.
nothing with that.
did a little helping behind the scenes, just with stuff like that.
Dude, I love the alien. And Terrell, everybody knows he hates alien.
I don't
movies.
like aliens. I don't
Well,
know
wait till you
why.
meet one. I mean,
It's
I could think
different. Girl, buy it. It's
It
it
is
is
a
a
very-
very interview.
If aliens came to the Earth, they'd probably pass Terrell up too.
well, okay, go ahead, Terrell. Give it to him. He's begging
I'm not
for it.
talking to him. Like I said, I'm not. He's not on my radar. Anyway, so Thomas, how do you like? I was trying to get to the acting stuff. So how do you like acting? Because I want to know. Because you be doing everything. Do you like acting, or do you prefer like being behind the camera and stuff?
Yeah, good question. I love acting. I've probably been doing that longer than I have anything else in film. I started in junior high where I would just, be in Grease or like Godspell doing musicals and solo numbers, even though I'm a terrible singer. And then basically started acting kind of right out of college into like more like extra work, things like that. And that sort of delved into finding an agent and then eventually acting in like indie films and then like indie shorts. And that sort of transpired into features. And then, I've been acting a little over like 20 years now, but I absolutely love it. I would say it's probably my favorite thing to do in production.
Nice. Okay. I was just wondering. That's exciting. I'm excited to see these new ones that you got coming out here. Is there anything else? You said you're working on some other stuff. Is it more film or what is this other stuff that you got in the works?
Well, y'all know Isaac Rodriguez. He's making another found footage movie right now called The Fading Veil.
That's the one who did Deadware, Mr. Creep. Okay, cool.
Last Radio Call. Yeah.
Got it. Yep.
And so this one is a found footage movie that takes place in 1933 that uncovers like a live ritualistic seance, if you will. And yeah, so I'm editing that piece right now. But, just to kind of go back a little bit about the acting stuff, the one thing that I am very lucky and fortunate to do is a lot of times in these found footage movies, they need a voice actor to be the quote unquote cameraman, right? Like the cameraman is typically the one that you sometimes hear but never get to see. So I'll be playing the cameraman in that film as well as editing it.
Okay.
What does that mean? You weren't actually there, but you're going to do a VO?
Yeah.
You did a few of those, didn't you? Do one of those in Vischer, or were you in the Vischer?
Yeah,
I can't remember. There was a few
Opening
that you
scene
did.
of Vischer, and then Mr. Creep I did as well, where I came to set for one day just to get killed.
Oh, I did that too. That was fun. Period. Stay tuned. But no, that's great.
What about this? If that
And
movie
then
was set in,
Project Eerie was Ricky Umberger's movie that I did a little bit of
I
voice
love
on
that
as well.
one.
you were in the
Oh,
Horror
you did-
Dads one too. What was the you're on the screen in one of those for a sec. Split screen. Yeah. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is there an alien in that one too?
In split screen there is.
Uh-oh.
On the Grays half of it, the Nevada Grays half of it.
Yeah.
You were talking about though that movie's set in 1933. So what's that look like when you're editing a found footage movie from them when camera tech is not like really? I mean, it exists, but it's primitive as fuck.
Yeah, you're totally right. So it's about like finding the right way to color grade it and to like artifact overlay it. So to give it that sort of vintage-esque feel. A lot of times these filmmakers will shoot on like, 4K high-res cameras. The Baslev's Productions that produces like all those Screen Life movies like Unfriended and Searching and Missing. You watch a couple of those featurettes or like behind the scenes of how they shoot it. Sometimes you just see them shooting on these full-fledged cameras and then in post-production editing it with different user interfaces or HUD overlays to like mimic whether it's coming from a laptop or a cell phone. So I just kind of treat it the same way with like a vintage style piece is, you find the right way to give it a black and white feel, but like, more of an authentic black and white rather than your typical drag and drop effect on, Adobe Premiere or something. So And actually, I will preface in saying too that I'm colorblind, so I typically don't color grade. Yeah.
How you be making all these movies and editing all these movies? See, she's confused. Look at her. Anyway, so how you colorblind?
Well, I mean,
How you work around
I was
that?
born with it.
Well, I know
but-
you were born this way, Lady Gaga. We get it. But how do you like color grade and stuff when you colorblind? How does that work?
Yeah, great question. So I use math.
Math? I
I-
got time. You too much. What's that work? 2 + 2 = 4.
Yeah,
How does
right?
this work?
So I find like the client and I send them a first pass to say, hey, here's how I think it should be colored. And they'll come back and say, well, you know, this person's skin color is now green, so we have to change that or something. And from there, I make these small little adjustments until they're like, okay, we're happy with that. Let's, move forward with that. I'll save it as a preset or a plugin and then, learn how to make slight adjustments based on, knowing little things about highlights or exposure, shadows, whites and blacks, things like that help bring the color a little bit more to life.
Oh, that's interesting. So look at you. We're learning new stuff today.
What type of colorblind are you?
So,
I think I'm all around colorblind. It's not like I see black and white or anything like that, or it's not like I'm missing any colors. It's just that I see them all in different shades.
what color is Bush?
Bush is looking brown.
Oh, good. Nope, she blue. You got it wrong.
Got him.
She brown.
Okay,
hold
but
on.
like here's a
There's
great
a thing we can
example
do.
of how like I am able to use muscle memory to like so I asked earlier, is that a squirrel? Because I couldn't even see it. So I was
sorry. Can you
no.
see her?
I mean earlier when you had mentioned that you were showing, I was like, what is that? And I was like, is that a squirrel? And then
Yep.
you asked what color it was. I was like, well, what color is squirrel?
Exactly. I was gonna say that's totally not fair because he just knows what color a
I
squirrel
gotta find
is.
something else.
Now, yeah, if you were to show me that without me knowing it was a squirrel, I probably would have said green.
Oh, okay.
Oops. Phone.
Found footage. Okay. Shaky
my
cam.
God damn it.
So
Do you-
Thomas. Okay, Evan. Let me shoot.
No, I just want to finish up on this 1933 thing. I'm curious. Do you see? I know you've seen Frankenstein's Army be in the found footage adventure yard. You know how in that movie they cut the takes are like cut short, and that he has to like change the real. Do you guys do any of that kind of stuff structurally with this movie, or what's?
Yeah, so we actually are going to simulate it as like one continuous shot. So it's all like
okay.
a seance going down in real time. And the movie itself was not actually done in one continuous, but done in sort of blocks that would be like big chunks of the script shot in one continuous with kind of interesting ways to sort of transition into the next bit of coverage. So yeah, it's actually going to come out to seem like one continuous.
Okay.
You
Tight.
weren't scared doing seances and shit?
Oh, it scares the bejesus out of me. Like
Because that's terrifying. That's real shit.
whenever I see a Ouija board in a found footage movie, I even am just scared to watch it because there's always that like there's that conspiracy or there's that underlying notion that like spirits can traverse through these pictures or Ouija boards. Like so sometimes if you're just looking at it, if you believe that you might get haunted by it, who knows? So I'm always scared, super scared about that stuff. I remember when I was a kid, I went to like it was like I grew up in a small town in Illinois, and we had this theme park called Haunted Trails. You can imagine it being like Chuck E. Cheese but horror themed.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And
It's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I remember I won a Ouija board there, and
Whoa.
and I took it home, and yeah, my parents
What
would
kind
not
of Chuck
let
E.
me
Cheese
keep it
place
in the
is
house.
giving away Ouija boards, dude? What the fuck?
It's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
it was crazy.
That's
No,
wild.
what
was the
That
place
a
called?
prize.
What? Yeah,
What was
is
it
it
called?
still alive? Is it still a thing in Illinois?
Yeah, good question. It's got to be. Yeah, it's called Haunted Trails,
Haunted trip.
Joliet,
so
Illinois.
I was gonna say, what's the town? Because that's so generic.
Yeah, right next to the prison.
Haunted Trails Family
Oh my
Entertainment
God.
Center. I found it. Let me pull it up here.
But it's cool. They got like a golf course with all these like haunted houses and stuff like that, and these cool little rides, and yeah, you can win Ouija board too.
Wow. I want to go to this place. I don't want no damn Ouija
Yeah, that's
board,
it.
but that might be fun.
Yeah, let's just make a trip to Joliet, Illinois.
Wait, they got one in Burbank?
This is in Illinois. This is near Chicago, I think.
Oh, okay.
Not Burbank,
Well, click one.
California.
Let's look at it. I want to see where they're giving out Ouija boards.
That's what I'm trying to
Did you
find.
win a game?
Room. That's probably where it's at.
Okay, well, if you're clicking around, we're not seeing it.
Yeah, I don't see shit, girl. All I see is it says
Wait, you don't-
entertainment
Oh, what the
group
fuck?
center.
Yeah.
Oh,
some
I'm in the
shit.
wrong tab. My bad. There
my
we go.
God.
So we're in the. This is like where you win prizes in this place.
Yeah, that's it. That was
What?
where I
That
spent
doesn't look
many
like Ouija
weekends
boards.
as a
Zoom
kid.
in.
It looks like a regular little.
I know. What the hell? Was a Kirby up there? That ain't scary.
He could be. He be eating people. He gobble gobble. His mouth just opens. You get sucked right in like that. See, Bush is scared.
Can't go over.
Bush
this
be
page.
eating people
This page is-
too.
Yeah, she about to eat Thomas. She didn't know he was. She was brown.
Well, Tom.
Thomas
you
doesn't
wanna-
see color.
Oh my God!
Okay,
You know
we're
what?
moving on. I'm done talking. So, Thomas. So, I want to know. So, you watch so many 4,000 fucking movies. Recommend something to us that you think that we possibly haven't seen. Something
Okay.
good too. I want so that way I can go watch it and say, okay, Thomas, you got it.
All right. Have you heard of the movie Laps?
Like LAPS. Like you
Yeah,
run laps.
LAPSE. Yeah,
You're
Laps.
trying to tell me to go run, don't you? You just all this exercise talk. But, okay, LAPSE. No, I have not. I have not. Seen
Okay,
it.
so that came out in like 2018 or 2019, if I'm not mistaken. What's so interesting about it, though, is it was shot somewhere in Asia, I believe, South Korea, if I'm not mistaken. But
This one?
and it, no, that's not it.
That's what I heard about bullying.
LAPSE.
Yeah,
With
add
the
the E there.
Are you sure it's not it?
Oh wait, what is this?
It's
That's
not
like
it for
swimming
sure.
laps. Like I'm saying, like time lapse.
There we go.
Is this time travel
SE.
movie?
No, I don't even think that's it either.
It's
Russell.
not La Pesta.
Holy shit!
Okay, Russell just playing right now. It's all lap. Let me look up my phone. So you said LAPSE?
Yes.
Is it scary?
No, but what's so interesting about it is it's like a shot-by-shot remake of the movie Chronicle.
Oh, I liked Chronicle. This is the people
Yeah.
with powers, right?
No.
That's not it either. I see, time lapse. I mean, that's a good movie. I like, that's it right there.
I
It's a
stole
short?
it from you. No, it's
Yep,
this.
there we go. So yeah, this one's about like superpowers, and it's
Holy shit.
and it's a little different, but it's so crazy how there's just like so many sequences that are basically shot by shot edits of the movie Chronicle.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
And is
okay,
this like
yeah,
on
that one.
Tubi or?
It's on a
Look at-
Korean.
Oh,
It's on
look
a
at that
Korean
fucking
streaming
man.
platform.
Oh,
I didn't
somebody's
hear what
been
he said.
smoking.
Evan is acting weird. Can you say it again, Thomas?
Yeah, it's on this Korean streaming platform. I wish I could remember the name of it.
Okay. I'll look
Yeah,
it up.
It's not even
Yeah.
on IMDb.
There was
Oh,
somebody. There was somebody who posted on the found footage horror movie group on Facebook, like what streaming service it's on. So if you just like search Laps found footage on Facebook on one of those groups, you might be able to find the name of that streaming service it's on. But it's free.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll check this out because I never heard about this. So good pick.
It's crazy. Yeah.
What have you been watching lately, Thomas Burke, that you liked, found footage wise?
Yeah, good question.
Because I know you've been watching a lot. Anything you saw recently, like today, to yesterday, the day before?
I saw the Conjuring tapes like yesterday.
Oh, okay, I just hit Prime. Yep, from the Wolf
That was a fun
Cat.
anthology.
group.
I thought that was really well done. And then a lot of films from the festival that are just like so great. Like Hunting Matthew Nichols was one of my faves. That was
We're
really
gonna be talking
good.
about those soon. Stay tuned.
Yeah, yep.
Did you see McCurdy Point at the fest?
Yeah. That one was
Dude,
really
I really
great
liked
too.
that. That was my surprise, like of the ones that I hadn't seen yet, like my surprise favorite. I really liked McCurdy Point.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see the Japanese Love Hotel movie that was scheduled to play at the fest. And
Yeah.
Oh,
Had a
Yeah,
little
way to bring that up,
something.
dude. Way to
I
bring
know
that
you
shit up.
shady cunt. You came for one day. You don't
I
say
know.
this.
It's tight, dude.
So,
Oh, I remember. This fool, let me tell y'all, when we had our program officially done, there are a couple things that never change. One of them is the Thursday night opening party. And Thomas, who edited the Power Hour this year,
it's great.
had his flight bringing him in a perfect time to miss it. And we're like, what are you doing, motherfucker? And then also you wanted to intro one movie, and it was Hunting Matthew Nichols. And you also were flying out before that played too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you little bastard.
yeah, I know. I wish I could have stayed longer. I really do.
Yeah, well, we
No,
do
you
too,
don't.
Thomas. We do
You
too.
straight up were like, I've already seen the movies. I'm out.
We had
That's why you're going to be blocked.
a
I'm going to
Keith-coated
revoke all
joint
your
that had her
privileges.
name on it, dude. We never smoked that thing.
Oh, but speaking of other really good found footage movies I just saw, you know Graham Hughes, who made Death of a Vlogger. He came out with a new one called Hostile Dimensions. Takes
Yeah.
place in like these
that was
parallel
good. We saw that. I saw that
universes.
with Russell, I think.
Yeah,
That was
we
good.
watched it. Yep.
And then did y'all talk about one movie on the Footage Foreplay podcast called Stefan?
Stefan,
No.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
the movie
they
rules.
saw
oh,
that.
oh, we did. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
y'all saw that. That was
Mhm.
one of my favorites of the year too. That one is just amazing.
I think, Terrell, you watched half of it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I think you would like it if you finished
I didn't
it.
finish the ending. Everyone,
Yeah.
only found footage fans, like, oh, you got to see the ending. I guess that's where all the hell broke loose. So I
It
don't know. I didn't
recontextualizes
see
like
the
the whole
ending.
movie.
I think it's about like it's like this like skeleton crew who's making like a independent film and then like in a park or something, and then all of a sudden this kind of guy just stumbles up on them and is saying like, "What are you guys filming?" or whatever, and they come to learn that this guy is like a real character, and they're like, well, maybe instead of filming this independent film, we should just make a documentary about this character who's like so extravagant, and it just kind of turns into like a thriller.
Yeah, it rules. I really like. It's one of my recent favorites too.
I
Good
think-
pull.
Terrell got like to the point to where they get to the island, where I'm like, dude, that like is where the whole movie kicks off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Evan's thing wasn't working no more, so I couldn't.
Oh,
I
the
didn't
Plex.
finish
Is that where
it.
you tried to watch it?
So, anyways, so what else is up, Thomas? What you got going on besides movies and all this other good stuff and moving? Any other fun stuff? You got any more trips coming up? What you got going on? Because you hard to get a hold of.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wish I could talk about some of the things I got cooking, but it's all really early stuff going on right now. But I'm working on an anthology, a found footage anthology with a couple other found footage directors, and I've been working on it for maybe like 4 years now, and I'm really stoked about it, and we're hoping to kick into production soon. But yeah, I do have a found footage movie in the works.
Wait, can we talk at all about that? I don't know.
He said no.
It's been
I
so
wish.
long.
Not yet, but soon.
Well, I mean, like, is anything available to the public about that anthology? Like, who was attached? I thought at one point they did.
There is
put
an
names
announcement. There is an announcement about it, but there's not an announcement as to who's attached behind it.
Okay, because it is an interesting story, and I kind of wanted organically one of the original people attached came up, and me and Terrell were remembering him.
Yes.
Can I
I
mention that?
remember.
Yeah, our good friend Eric Christopher Myers, who passed away a few years ago.
Love him though. Yes.
Yeah, he was originally attached, and man, they had a fucking banger of a lineup of your directors. And this has always been the thing. We like live in found footage horror and we love it. And then we look at VHS and it's like, why are all these directors people who don't want to make a found footage movie?
Yep, they are.
Right?
Especially
and it's
the
like,
newer ones.
dude, and there's so many talented people out here doing it on the micro budget. It's like, dude, give them a shot. Like, give them 10 grand and let them make a fucking anthology short. And it sounded like what you're a part of is going to be an answer to it. And then, dude, we had been talking about that for like 5 years now.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm still working strong on it like every single day. So yeah, we're just putting a lot of effort into it and hoping for the best. But yeah, this one would have like found footage directors attached to it. So I'm really excited about that.
I know you can't mention anything about it, you little bastard. But are the names attached good?
Yeah.
Like
He can't
How
say
good?
if they not.
One
That's-
out of- one
he
out
ain't
of
gonna
10.
Say that.
yeah, he could. And then they wouldn't even know who he's talking about. He'll be like, well, there's one guy. He's a 2.
Yeah,
But we got
no.
a 10 recent.
Plenty of filmmakers that are rock stars for sure.
Will Terrell be excited?
Yes.
Yay!
Fuck.
Hell yeah.
Will
I'm
Evan
already
be excited?
With who?
Will Evan be pumped?
Girl.
Oh, big time. Evan will be
Oh,
super.
that's a red flag.
Terrell's
probably got, like,
less
Swanberg.
excited now as soon as you said that. I got a question for you, Thomas, that's not related to found footage. I'm gonna steer
here
us
we
in a
go.
different direction real quick. You're a California resident and now, and I just want to know
Congratulations,
if
by the way.
if you've
Happy to have you.
discovered the absolute joy that is
Okay. Here we
tamarind
go.
covered candies or chili powder covered candies.
Oh, wait. Show it a little lower. Show it a little lower so I can see it.
He can't see that color. He
Oh,
don't
okay.
know. Tell him the
No,
name.
dude, I've never even heard of it.
I mean, it's not necessarily this brand. This is just what I got in
Colorblind, you
Mississippi,
fool.
right? But there's these gummy candies out there, dude, that are covered in like
Holy
spicy
shit.
powder, tamarind or chili powder. Some of them use, and they are fucking the shit, dude. Like, and we don't have them as readily available down here. But when I got back from California, I got a wild hair. I was like, we have a Mexican grocery store. What if they have them in there? So I whipped in there the other day. Lo and behold, they had them not only in just single packs, they had boxes of these fucking things. So I grabbed like 2 boxes. I got a box of the watermelon and a box of the mango, and I'm living large. I really am. It's like
Sweet.
my own little taste of California here in Mississippi. And I just
Well,
want to
right.
make sure that you're aware of these, you know?
And
Yeah,
that
well,
was your pothead snack of the week.
It is, yeah.
I would say one thing you should know about me is that I'm probably the world's pickiest eater there ever is.
Good. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, just
now
when-
I tell people all the time. So Tom was going to come stay at my house the first time you were going to come to UF. And I mentioned I had a cat, and I think I lost you immediately.
Yeah.
But there was a time where you and Evan were crashing in the front room.
Sleepover.
And y'all had the privilege of me schooling you on some found footage horror. But also, nobody believes
hold
me.
on. Let me pump the fucking
No,
brakes. I
you're
think we
done.
all
You're done
shared
cutting people
some
off
new
for your
things
fucking
with
gummy
each
of the
other.
week.
You didn't school
stupid
us.
ass.
We
Go
all
take a hit.
shared some things.
Chill out. Take a deep breath. Go back to sleep. So there's one food that you said you've never tried, Tom, and nobody believes me when I tell them.
Nobody
So now that
believes
you're on
me
here-
either.
Go ahead. Tell Terrell. Let's see if he believes you.
Okay, I have never eaten pizza before.
You lying ass bitch. You was lying, Nancy Russell. Have you had cheese bread?
I don't like cheese, and
You
actually,
don't, how you don't
and
like cheese? You lactose
actually,
intolerance?
He's lactose
I'm only
zero
like
tolerance. dude.
I'm 33, but I've only been eating bread for maybe like 10 years.
What the fuck? What you eat? Leaves? Well, I'm confused. Are you a vegetarian?
My diet when I was a kid was
Chicken nuggets?
pretty small. Oh, I love chicken nuggets. That's my favorite.
Oh,
my man.
clock.
Hell yeah.
Clock.
Yeah.
But you ain't had pizza.
Yeah, never had pizza. I tried a hamburger one time.
Oh,
It was
Is that why you like all these alien movies and shit?
I cannot confirm or deny that
What is-
that question.
Okay, you didn't have pizza day at school, no pizza party, no at work.
Oh no, we
pizza.
did. I just didn't.
You just sat
partake.
back and said that don't look good to me.
Yeah, no, I Napoleon Dynamited it, where I kept the chicken nuggets in my pocket and just
Okay, girl.
Hell yeah.
I can't believe it. You ain't never had pizza. You joking?
No, I
Is
swear.
it because the cheese? You can get they have alternative cheese now.
It's not so much the cheese as it's really just the look, the smell, the texture, the ideology.
Delicious. The idea. You scientific or mathematical colorblind ass man. You was crazy. Oh my god! I'm learning a lot about you, Thomas.
Mhm.
Oh my god! So you
So,
don't eat
Tom,
burgers, you don't eat pizza, you can't see the colors anyway. So what do you eat? I want to know. Peanut butter and jelly. Oh, you don't eat bread. What do you eat?
I eat chicken. I love chicken.
Oh, yeah.
I probably haven't gone a day without ever eating chicken.
Mm.
And also, if you cast me in a movie, I always tell the director I'll eat anything. If you put a pizza in front of me in a movie, I guess I'll have to eat it.
But it looks nasty to you.
Yeah. So sometimes directors
Oh.
have put fun things for me to try in films before.
So you don't eat burgers either, even like lettuce wrap, maybe, because you don't eat bread.
Yeah.
I'm so
Well,
confused.
I mean, I
I'm
eat
sorry.
bread
I'm
sometimes.
so intrigued. Oh my god!
You should do a sequel to Lactose Zero Tolerance where he gets an acting gig and has to eat pizza and call it
Oh,
Lactose
you did that
a Little
milk
Tolerance.
thing, didn't you? Didn't you do
Okay,
a milk
thank you.
short?
I did a milk
You
short. I
did. Oh my god, you're bringing me back now. So this all is coming together.
Yes.
Oh
Which,
my
by the way,
god.
Terrell, you had a phenomenal review of that milk short. I remember.
Thank you. I don't remember, but thank you. Yes. And,
I have it saved.
Oh, you do? Okay. That's probably on Blu-ray Tuesday or something on recap, so that's fun. So yeah, you did. It's all coming together to me. Okay, I'm just still stuck that you don't eat motherfucking pizza. Russell, how come you
Yeah.
never told me this? What'd y'all feed him then?
I feel
Wingstop?
like I mentioned it. Nobody believes me when I tell them, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
true, though.
so you've tried it though, and you didn't like it.
Not pizza I've never tried.
All right, well, let's write a script. It's going to be a mukbang where it's all the different kinds of pizza.
Well, he likes
my
chickens.
goodness.
That's good. How you like your chicken? Deep fried?
I like them in tender form.
Oh, that's so good with some ranch or some barbecue.
Some barbecue, some Sweet Baby Ray's.
There you go. Oh, I got that.
Dude. Okay, no. Controversy. I read an article the other day that Sweet Baby Ray's main ingredient is some other kind of barbecue sauce.
Whoa, dude. Why are you trying to out our sponsor, man?
Whoa.
I'm going to try to find this just because I want facts behind this. Is going to get a little controversial, you know, so I want to make sure there's
Let's
facts
get to the
behind
bottom
it.
of this.
Yes, the key ingredient. Here it is.
It tastes good. Why are we doing this? Russell, are you saying this?
Is another, the key ingredient is another name brand sauce, dude. And I'm trying to figure out what it is. It looks like maybe a little Tabasco.
How high are you?
Terrell, hold on. Don't ruin this
Tabasco.
comedy gold,
I'm
dude.
not ruined. I don't want to talk to him.
This
The
is strongest
spicy
bit.
Sweet Baby Ray's is they use Tabasco in it to make it spicy. So I just want you
That's
to know
not a barbecue.
that they're
You said another barbecue sauce.
is another
the main
name
ingredient.
brand sauce. Yeah, I misquoted the article title.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna write an article about that.
And so, you know, I just want y'all to know that
Oh, girl.
Sweet Baby Ray's is being uplifted by other brands out here. They're not doing it on their own, you know.
Man, you didn't stick the landing, but the journey was worth it.
It was
I'll
great.
tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the journey.
I've been by the Tabasco plant down there where they grow all that stuff in Louisiana. And dude, you can smell the fucking Tabasco peppers from like more than a mile away. There's like so many of them in a concentrated area that like the air around that place just smells like fucking peppers. It's pretty tight.
Oh,
It's the only
dude, pretty
time I've
interesting.
It's the only time I've ever smelled something from that far away. I felt like I had dog smell for a minute, you know?
Well, Tom, we're in the portion of the interview where it's about Evan now. So do you have any questions for Evan?
Dude, yeah, hit me with them.
Maybe some other smells or I don't know.
Yeah, have you ever been in New Jersey? That's got to smell.
I haven't, dude, but I bet it does. I've seen some of the people that come from there, and they look like people who, you know, have a scent. So I would imagine.
Born and raised.
Hell yeah! See exactly what I'm talking about. Perfect example. No, I've never been to. That's the one part of the country I've not. The Northeast. I need to hit it, dude. So take me to your home.
I'll take you there. Yeah, hell yeah.
Show me around a little bit. They talk about Jersey a lot on the Are You Garbage podcast, and it really makes me feel like I need to Philly and Jersey and some of those, you know, northeastern states.
I like that podcast too.
It's fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
Hippie and Foley
Thomas,
are the
don't
shit.
save him. Don't help him. Let him keep digging this hole.
No, what hole? I'm having fun, dude. I don't know about you guys. I do know about Terrell. He's not having fun right now. He has the squirrel on his finger, just wishing that like it was closer to the end of the episode. But I'm having fun. So yeah, no, Are You Garbage is tight, dude. I fucking love that podcast. I remember talking to you at UF about comedy, and what's the guys that you?
We'll think about it. We'll take a minute.
He's got the Hulu special now. Your favorite boy,
Chris Stefano.
Stefano. Yeah.
He's probably my favorite comedian. Yeah.
Terrell, you listen to Chris Stefano? You know who that is?
I do not know who that is.
You're missing out.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to school Terrell on some comedy. He thinks he knows what's funny, but he don't. We're gonna have to help him out.
Yeah,
Oh,
Chrissy
Terrell
Chaos.
did not take that bait.
Terrell
Good job.
froze.
Oh, he froze. Damn it.
He took the bait so
Okay.
hard that he just unplugged his shit, dude.
All right. You need a couple more minutes, Evan, or?
I could close it there if you know are ready. I could digress.
I didn't know if you had another podcast you wanted to talk about. You
There's
already
some good
killed
ones. Dude.
Terrell.
There's some
Look
good
at
ones.
him. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's not get into that. Tom, when are we going to make a movie? Look, Terrell was fishing earlier. He wants an acting role. And I know you're a very talented editor. Have you? Yeah, and a director. That's how we met, was because we played your short at Virtual.
And we worked together on the Barbados project.
The Barbados boys, of course. And I'm just waiting. I know we talked about it one time, but I think there's a little bit more momentum behind the idea now. So what,
Yeah.
you going to write a script or what? We got to get Evan to do that?
What I'm ready whenever you guys are. Now that I moved to California, I could just come drive up to you. We'll shoot something fun.
I don't know what happened. I'm back.
Hey.
Wait, if he dropped, do we have to stop and restart?
Nah. It'll
We're okay?
because I dropped too. Yeah, they updated how that works.
I don't know what the hell happened.
Oh, okay,
but
cool.
I was talking and the screen went blank and I was frozen.
We thought you self-deleted because Evan wouldn't shut up about.
I internally wanted to, but I mean,
I thought it was an acting performance. I thought you were just holding still, and I was like, "Whoa, that is impressive."
I know. I'm trying to work on my acting skills. I'm trying to be like you. I want to be in movies.
Well, that's what we were
that's
just
what Russell
talking
was
about.
saying. Let's do it.
Yep.
Let's make it happen.
Period. Let's do it. Anyways, I think we're getting to the end of this. So, you want to plug anything before you go, like your socials, where we can hear about all your new stuff and all that good stuff?
Yeah, I would just say be on the lookout for the next 2 movies that I helped work on, which is Alone in the After, and I Think I'm Alone Now. They should be coming out later this year. I'm really excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
You can catch me on Letterboxd at the Movie Archive, where I have all of my found footage lists and curations of different stuff. I also add entries on Letterboxd just as a fun little hobby I have. And yeah, you can follow me on social media at It's Tom Yo.
Hell yeah, dude. Dope handle.
Before you run away, can you give us another recommendation? You did so well with that last one.
I know. I was trying to look at your letterbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You be watching a lot of stuff. I've been seeing your reviews. There was something I was trying to find it that you watched that you gave a better star rating than I did, and I was surprised. And I can't even think of it. Russell, did I tell you what that movie was?
Oh, dude,
what was it again? Because
I don't know. You're always a point of conversation, Tom, because sometimes your reviews are wild.
Yeah,
you'll
seriously.
give shit like low reviews, and we're like, what? And then other shit you give it. Yeah, so I don't know.
I can't remember what it was, but it was a movie on here. Anyway, so back to your question, Russ.
I would. If I were to recommend one, I'd probably say it came out last year, I believe. It's called Blue Hour: The Disappearance of Nick Brandreth.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That one was one of my favorites.
Come on, recommend something we didn't show at a virtual fest. Dude, Bowers, like, he was all over the last UF we did. I think we showed Ink, his faux doc kind of like MTV reality show that's set in a tattoo parlor. We showed Blue Hour, which honestly, I would like to show Blue Hour in a theater. But I don't know if I can talk about it. But recently I was chatting with him and he said he has a new movie out.
Beyond the Drumlins.
Yeah. Oh, God. Were you in that too?
No, but I saw it. It's a great movie. I loved it.
It was G20. I love that movie. And you gave it 4.5 and I was so shocked.
G20
so you loved it too. It was so fucking good.
I did. Just the president of the United States kicking ass.
She was slaying bitches. That's a bad bitch. Viola Davis, shout out to her.
Viola Davis, yeah.
She is amazing. Because I saw it in the theater for early screening, an Amazon preview thing. And I was just in that theater. I was there with a whole bunch of old people and they were just loving it. One girl, she called, she thought that Viola Davis was Jennifer Hudson. She's like, wasn't she on American Idol? I'm like, girl, wrong bitch. This lady it was a white lady. Anyways, it was a whole lot of things. We don't all look alike, girl. But anyways, it was G20 was so good.
I loved it. I thought it was phenomenal.
Yeah, so and then you gave some 2 stars here, girl. Working Man, I agree with you on that. And a Woman in the Yard, girl, I have a question. Why did you give that just 2 stars?
Oh man, it was I really just thought that they had really good lighting. And
yeah.
Those shadow reflections were spooky ooky, I'll tell you that.
I jumped on 2 parts. There was some good scares in that movie.
Yeah, the performances were good. I would say that the sound design was really good. I just wasn't a huge fan of the story, and I wasn't fond of the ending, so I don't want to spoil it for those.
I like that ending though, and I like that movie wasn't really like a horror. Well, it was a horror movie, but it played a part about depression and or grief and suicide. Having those thoughts potentially,
it caught me off guard,
and how what happens. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it either, but the layers of that really hit me a lot. That's why I really enjoyed that film. That's why I was like, oh man, he only gave it 2 stars. That movie had a lot to unpack.
I didn't dislike it. I didn't dislike it. It's just, can't give them all fivers.
No, I get you. That's, you know, can't be Russell now. I get you.
I was gonna say, yeah, you can.
Girl, he gives everything a 5, bitch. As long as he chuckled one time. Ooh, 5 stars. No, he does that. But
I love life and I love movies. 5 stars.
I do too, girl. Period. But yeah, I love your letterbox. You watched a lot of movies. Shout out to the amateur giving that 4 stars. That was excellent. That was a great movie. Watch The Accountant 2. If you like The Amateur, The Accountant 2.
I love The Accountant.
Part 2 is better, girl. Go watch it. It was so good. Go watch it.
I can't wait. Can't wait to see that.
Oh, I can't wait to see your review. I'm gonna be checking with you.
Would you get an advanced screener for that? Because it's not even out
showed on Tax Day, April 15th. They had a special screening. It was a packed theater experience, and it was whenever Tax Day was, last Monday.
That's so funny.
Very cool.
So so they played The Accountant 2 for a special thing. It wasn't even advertised as much. I was just scrolling through Cinemark and I saw it. So I got my tickets. You went in there. It was an IMAX screen, and it was great.
Oh, nice.
Really, really good movie, and I highly recommend everybody check it out April 25th in theaters.
So, Tax Day, did they give out anything? Was there any like swag tax related?
No, I got a little tag. It's supposed to be like a tag for like your suitcase, but it's his and if you've seen The Accountant, his house or his home is this little. It's on wheels. What is it called, Tom? It's like
an RV, like an RV or a trailer.
Yes, it's his trailer with all the guns and shit. Yeah, you get one of those. You get his trailer, and there's a cool popcorn bucket at AMC. It's a trailer. It's an actual trailer. You can put popcorn on top. It's so cool. I love popcorn buckets. So does Bush.
Tom, do you eat popcorn?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Butter or kettle? You like kettle popcorn?
Yeah, I like it both for sure.
Mm-hmm. You don't put butter on your kettle, do you? That's nasty.
No, but on regular popcorn, hell yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen people like butter on the kettle.
Buttery kettle corn is so good. So good.
I used to be so picky that I would never let my food touch each other.
Oh, really? I like to mix some of my food together. Get your little smorgasbord of food.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You don't do that. Okay.
Well, with Chinese food, I love mixing the chicken with the rice. That's
good.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chicken fried rice. Yep. Be so good. On that note, this was fun. Everybody go follow Thomas Burke. He's amazing. Go watch his movies and follow him on Letterboxd. He watches everything, girl. All right, y'all. Thank you. This is Footage Foreplay. We'll see y'all next time.
Love you guys.
Bye. Love you,
Bye,
Tom.
y'all.
Thanks for listening to Footage Foreplay. If you enjoy the show, please consider leaving a review, sharing it with a friend, or simply hitting like. These small gestures are a great free way to support this mayhem, and if you find some footage we should be fondling, email us at footageforeplay@gmail.com. Check back every Tuesday and Thursday for new episodes, and remember, don't skip the foreplay.